Welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Today is Tuesday, and we've got a wonderful show lined up for you. My friend and my brother is in the green room, and we're going to clown some airwaves like we usually do. The Pie Guy and his lovely assistant. So, without further ado, let me get into my shout out. First thing I like to do is shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Dr. Hunt and I have been traveling in life together for 30 plus years. And over that 30 plus years, he has been a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to both him and his family. So, the reason why I talk about my mentors like I do is because I'm trying to encourage people to get a mentor. If you don't have one, you need to seek out one and find one, someone that can be an important part of your life and be a part of you and your family so that you guys can travel in life together and be able to get through some of the hard parts of life and enjoy life knowing that you got somebody that got your back and you got theirs. So get you a mentor and then get you a show and shout your mentor out. How about that? So now, I want to invite you guys over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. When you get over there, you will notice that you can now see the live broadcast directly on my website. You can go over there and you will see a button that says Watch Live, and it's right there. You can click right on it, and it will allow you to be able to see the live broadcast as it's being broadcast. Okay? So you don't have to go searching on YouTube anymore. You can go straight over to the website and see it happen in real time. While you're there on the website, I want you to check out some of my advertisers. Here are a few of the advertisers that are listed on the website that allow me to be able to do what I do. Okay? Let's talk about them a little bit. RRJ Web. If you have a sick website or if you would like to design a website, you want to reach out to RRJ Web and they will help you get whatever's in your head and put it on the World Wide Web as a form of an internet website. So you definitely want to reach out to RRJ Web. If you've got a website that is broken and it's not working properly, you want to reach out to them and have them help you fix your broken website. Also, I want to talk about Search Synergy. Search Synergy will help you make your home energy efficient. They are helping people with solar panels and solving energy solutions and problems that are going on in the energy community now because solar panels are popping up everywhere and they can help you do things the right way. One of my favorite advertisers, Port Again Sam. Port Again Sam has some of the best wines and spirits from all over the world. He brings them into our community. And I tell you, if you have never sat down with Port Again Sam and had a wine tasting, you don't know what you're missing. So I encourage you to click on the link, go over to his website, organize your new wine tasting, and then find your new wine, okay? Because you're going to find a new wine, okay? So definitely check out Port Again Sam. Also, I want to say last but not least, Prince Hunter Financial Group. Prince Hunter Financial Group are offering 4 free classes. Four free classes for anybody that mentions they saw this on the Ask Dr. Ron show and you are interested in learning on how the stock market works or how the Forex market works. You may have 10 years worth of experience already. But I found out that no matter what your years of experience in the stock market are, he can help you get even better than what you may have as an experience right now. So I encourage you to give him a call, click on the link, send him your information, and get your 4 free classes. Okay? So, and be sure and check out all of my other advertisers that are on my website. Like I said before, they make it possible for me to do what I do over here. Now, I'm gonna say this. My brother has been on the show many times before, and he and I converse and we talk about things that are going on in his world. He's a chef to the celebrities and to the stars. And before I get him on the air, I just want y'all to know he still has not fed me yet. Now, the last time he came on this show, I'm trying to give him time to get in front of the camera so I can see that look on his face when I talk about him. He's in the green room. You know, there he is. I'm finna bring him up now. The last time, okay, y'all ready for this? I want y'all to see this look on his face. The last time he came on the show, he had promised and swore out on a whole bunch of crosses and voodoo signs and everything else that he was going to feed me before he came on my show again. Well, he's back on the show, and he still have not fed me yet. Okay, I just wanted to say that. So welcome back to the show, my brother.
Okay. That's bogus.
Say something, brother. Say something. I know you speechless after that introduction.
No. Wait to lead into this segue. Because coming soon, we're going to have a whole nother new segment coming up this year called Feed Dr. Ron.
Okay.
And
All
coming
right.
soon from that segment, you can't say nothing else after this. Because we're going to feed you till you can't move.
All right. Well, I have to keep the people up to date, man. You and I have been doing this for a long time.
A little bit.
Yeah, and it's an honor and a privilege to have you on the show. First of all, for those
It's
that
an
don't
honor
know
to
you,
be here as well. So thank you.
I always like to let people know that you've been here before and you are a friend. So I take liberties and privileges over the airwaves with you that I bet not catch nobody else doing. But I always like to bring you on so we can get the latest update on what's going on with the pie guy. And then wait a minute. Okay, let me stop before we go any further. We have a lovely lady on the show and the Honey Monk. Hello, Miss Honey Monk. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, good, good, good. Now, so you don't know that this rascal sitting next to you, he have made so many promises.
Oh no.
Yeah.
On the
You
food?
know, yeah.
Oh.
He look, he tried to get slick. Now I gotta go here. He tried to get slick. He sent me an Instagram message talking about come down to first Tuesday or first Thursday, first Friday, down there with my sister, Jess Niche. Okay. We got food over here, man. Come on, you can eat with us.
Wow.
I'm like, really, bro? Through a messenger, a message through Instagram. He didn't call me. You know, he didn't give me a personal text. You know, I'm just saying, you know, I thought I was his friend, you know.
So did you go to the event to get the food?
Damn no.
You messed up.
But after this, did he get the message?
Yeah, I got the message. Yeah, I got the message. And that's my girl, Jess Niece. You know, she cool. She been on this show.
Good people.
You know, yeah. She
I promise.
The whole crew that they hang out with, Damon, all
that
of
whole clique is awesome.
Yeah, you know, Shoegasm. I don't know what she go by.
All them, cousin Tiara.
Yeah, all of them. All of them.
man.
They got a
I
show.
don't know these people yet.
All
I've heard
the
great
good
things about
kind.
Just Niche stuff.
Yeah,
These
you know, they
awesome,
have a
man.
show that is so innovative. You know, I know she ain't paying for no commercial.
Brown, all them rest was good,
Yeah,
man.
look, they got a whole lingerie set.
I know you knew that one.
Yeah, they show up. There's like 4 or 5 comedians, you know, at the promontory, right?
Yeah, right there in Hyde Park.
Yeah, they show up and they got on almost see-through stuff. And don't ask me how I
I'm
know it's
glad
almost
you
see-through.
said almost. That was a personal assessment. I'm so done right now.
Almost see-through, you know, and they've been taking that show around the country.
Yeah.
Now, are you traveling with them around the country to do the
No,
catering?
I only do the promontory when
Okay.
invited to do the promontory.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's happening, bro? You ain't been here in a minute, man. Since what, last year sometime?
Something like that.
Yeah. So what's going
Just
on?
been
Talk to me.
moving around and getting everything squared away. I will tell you this though, we
Mhm.
are now a green lighted gold mission to open Pie Guys.
Good.
So we will be opening at the end of this month, and then we'll be doing a grand opening at the 28th of April,
Mhm.
which is also
Congratulations.
a birthday.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the end of this month we'll do a soft one, and of course you are invited, Dr. Ron.
I don't even want to hear about it no more, man. No, I just look. I'm. Thank you for sharing and inviting me, but you know, I don't even.
You know what? Now see, you didn't get what you wanted. Now look how you want to act.
But you didn't tell me that before.
Get yourself.
Look.
and
I
show
can
up.
go.
Caramel cake.
I can look, Miss Honey.
You have had
I
caramel
can-
cake though.
Look, Miss Honey. I can go to the video where he has said that before. That's why I said it the way that I said it. You know, all these shows that he's been on, you know, going way, way, way back to the beginning.
Oh, you about to get uninvited. You about to get uninvited.
All the way back. You know, no, I know he has been, you know, in Chicago dealing with Chicago politics is a monster all by itself. So
Right
I know,
there.
yeah, I know how it goes. So congratulations on your diligence and being devoted to the task. You know, because it's a work trying to get Chicago to do anything. You know.
We're not engaged. They just gave me my paperwork. We're not engaged.
Okay. Yeah. So, Miss Honey,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself. This is your first time here. I feel like we need to know something about you,
Oh.
since your name is in lights underneath his. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, I am a doula. I am a doula.
Please explain what that is, because I have no
A
idea.
doula is a person who assists and advocate for a woman during her pregnancy and postpartum phase. So I help women get the birth experience that they want. Sometimes they want to have an at-home birth, and sometimes they choose to have birth in the hospital. So that's what I do. And I'm working with Pie Guide to offer meal prep for women when they're in their pregnancy and postpartum time. So, yes.
So you gonna make them ladies stay in labor an extra week just to keep getting food from the pie guy because of a special that you got going on.
For real though, and I'm just really happy that we're able to focus on food specifically for them. It's going to be
Uh-huh.
nutrition, but also with the pie guy spin. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. Is it normal for women to eat during their time of labor? You know, because I thought that's when they're supposed to, not really be taking in food. They trying to get stuff out of them.
Um,
So is that normal?
it depends. It depends. It depends on what the woman's body requests because sometimes, you can be in labor for a long period of time and it takes a lot of energy. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say eat a full meal, but at least like something like a smoothie or a juice, something like that that they can take in, get that little energy replenishment and keep going. So,
Okay, got you.
hmm
Yeah, I was just curious about that because I know,
but during the pregnancy part, it's
right?
definitely important that they eat food that's beneficial for both their bodies and the babies. So,
Yeah, because I think when just going back 1,000 years when my twins were born, they wasn't trying to feed they mama nothing. You know, yeah, they was like you can't eat nothing until after these babies are born. And then I think the first meal that they gave her, and I got a chance to partake in, they had this whole dining area on the top floor of the hospital that I didn't even know existed.
mm,
And they take you up there and they give you, like a 5-star steak, and I didn't even eat steak. So, but it was like a really, really, dining experience. And then they kick you out immediately afterwards. Get your babies and get the heck on out of here. So, because they got some more babies coming. So,
well, yeah,
yeah.
that's part of what I do. I sit down and I create a birth plan with them. And that's one of the things that we go over is what do you want your meal to be after you bring your baby into this world? Because those meals right after are very important. You have to eat to heal because organs are moving around and a lot is moving around. So you have to have things like soups and broths and warm things that nourish the body. I wouldn't suggest steaks and things of that nature, but
They gave that woman a
definitely
whole
soups and stews.
steak. You hear me? A whole steak. And she thought she was doing something. She tried to eat it all, and mine too, because it wasn't but one thing on the menu, steak. Like, here, you can have mine, because I'm not finna eat it. But yeah, and I guess depending on how long that they are in labor will determine how long they have went without food, before their first meal. So
Yeah, it
yeah,
can.
because
It
they put
definitely
them on an
can.
IV, IV and all that kind of stuff. So that's supposed to nourish them. Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons why we're doing this too is because that time period is when the birthing person is their most vulnerable. And a lot of
Hmm.
times sometimes they don't have the right family support or the right friend support. And so I'm just grateful that I'm in the position where we can offer that food, but it's not just about the food, it's for them to feel that love,
Yeah, the
for them to feel that
experience.
nourishment, as well as get that knowledge on what's best for them to eat for both themselves and baby. So it's about providing that love through the food, you know?
So question for a person with your skills, when is the best time for them to get involved with an expecting mother? Is it like after they fail the pregnancy test,
That
or
kind of went low. Can you repeat?
hello? You want me to repeat that?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all got internet popping in and out a little bit. Might be mine, but one of us.
Put another
So I was saying,
computer real quick. Boop.
yeah. So the question that I was asking was, when is a good time for a person to get in contact with the person with your skills and expertise? Is it like as soon as they fail the pregnancy test, or do they have a little time, before they get involved?
As soon as they find out, because you want to begin to build a relationship with your doula. And because it's not just about the birthing person, it's about the partner, it's about the family,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to be helping you bring in life. That's big, and you need to know me, I need to know you. And,
Okay.
and like I said, I have to sit down and create that birth plan where we're going over things like where you want to have the birth, who you want to be in the room with you as support, who's going to help you during that postpartum time where you bring baby home, or baby just comes and you have to figure out who's going to do the laundry, who's going to do the dishes, who might be able to watch the baby so you can get some sleep. So it's a lot involved in it. Not to mention, if you decide to have a hospital birth, I have to know whether you want to get the epidural, whether you're trying to have a natural birth. And part of what I do is not only advocate for what it is that they desire, but I also do education as well, so that they can make an informed decision. Because sometimes in the hospital, you don't get the choice of being educated. You kind of get, I don't know, you kind of get biased perspective. So I try to provide a well-rounded perspective so that they can make an informed choice.
That's absolutely a wonderful thing. Now, I know in most of our ancestral cultures, that was a common thing. I think they call them midwives, things like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I like to say, um, so I am not a midwife. I'm a doula.
Okay.
So a doula is to a midwife what a nurse is to a doctor. That's kind of the way that I can put it. So a
Mm-hmm.
midwife has extensive training on how to deliver the baby. They have the legal rights to give things like shots and vaccines and certain medications if that's what the mom wants. I don't do that. I more so offer guidance and support. And like I said, the education, and I work with a birthing team, like a midwife, breast lactation specialist, to help the mom learn how to breastfeed. It's truly it takes a village type of situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Well, I'm not learned in that area, so thank you for that information.
you're welcome.
So if a person wanted to recruit you to help them at the earliest possible moment, they can reach out through the website, Pie Guy Bakery and Cafe.
Yeah, they can definitely inquire, put a little, and they can email too and make an
Mm-hmm.
inquiry. I also have a social media account, if on Instagram, A Taste of Honey, and that's with two E's at the end, no Y, and they can DM me. I also am a part of Chicago Birthworks Collective, which is a collective of doulas that service Black and Brown women in the Chicagoland area. We recently opened up a doula studio in Hyde Park.
Okay.
And so they could find everything from prenatal yoga to family classes around breastfeeding to circles where people come and they share their birth stories. We even have classes for fathers on Fridays where the fathers can come and be in circle and learn what it means to be a father and how to support their partner through that time. So they could definitely reach out and get resources. Yeah, yeah.
So at this time, are you finding that these communities are getting larger where people are participating through your type of services, or is it still, fairly unknown?
Oh no, it's definitely getting larger because, especially during the pandemic, people didn't want to go to the hospital for their births. They were choosing to have at-home births. And then you have people like celebrities like Erica Badu, who's been a doula for a long time, that I feel like put it in a good light. So it's definitely becoming bigger, as well as I'm noticing a huge desire to return back to the roots and to do practices that's more honoring of traditional culture and traditional spirituality. So I'm grateful for that. But there is a huge boom of interest in both doula and midwifery.
Good, 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 good. Well, that was quite informative.
Well, thank you.
So, I always like to learn something new, you know. So when somebody started calling me or mentioning the name doula, I'm like, hold on, that ain't me, you know.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm just grateful to be able to work in partnership with Pie Guy on this because you haven't experienced it yet, but you will. But the food that this man makes is extremely healing. It's not only that it tastes good, but you know, depending on the energy of who's ever preparing the food, that's what creates the outcome of how good the food is going to be. And he pours a lot of great energy, a lot of great healing energy into his food, and that's what the moms need. So between the two of us, I know that they'll be very happy with their meal prep services.
Yeah, you know, I have to agree with you. I've seen a lot of his videos, you know, where he's doing food prep and, you know, cooking and things of that nature. I can actually remember when it was like 12 feet of snow outside and he got the grill going with a can of beer or pouring it over some chicken or
Oh
something.
no. Guilty.
I'm like, yeah, that boy love his food, you know. And it wasn't cheap beer either. It was that good stuff, you
That's
know.
right. Sam Adams and all the good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally agree. Um, so what else is going on, my brother? Man, look, I know, you know, she's just part of, you know, your network of things, and I know, you know, we got the Mama Divas, you know, and all
Rehab
the
divas.
things that
Don't
they.
tell the name of it. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm.
Not
what did I say?
Mama Divas.
Oh yeah, that was a different show. My bad.
You good.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Rehab
yeah,
Divas, for
yeah.
those that don't know, they're a female-owned construction company, and those are our partners, and we built Pie Guys with that company. So Pie Guys was built by Rehab Divas with
Which is
our
amazing.
partners as the designers and our creative input as a collective, making that happen as a team. And so we have that, and then we deal with we have insurance, and we have that, and then we also have the ability to do fresh start maintenance for your lawns and your landscaping. So it's a collective of individuals, I can't say that, entrepreneurs that actually, are really concerned with how our community really looks, and also taking our part to make sure that we show how it should look
Mhm.
through our participation in our communities, and also providing jobs, and looking forward to working with other businesses that have the same mindset. So,
Hmm.
with that being said, we're grateful to be where we are, but we don't take credit because it all comes from up above.
Right.
Absolutely.
However, we're glad to pay it forward, Mr. Ford.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
just what we are about, and looking forward to the summer, hoping to grow a lot of community gardens, use the foods, and teach
Yes.
healthier food choices while I'm working on a seed to table program for the youth, and also hoping to collab with a lot of people that have that same genuine interest so that we can utilize unused land, put it to use, and make sure that we can have prominent, healthy food sources for our communities while
Absolutely.
teaching these youngins how to actually take what they took from a seed to the table and learn how to apply it to their life.
Yeah. Now I remember was it last year and year before last when you came on the shore, you were talking about the garden you had on your roof.
Yeah, we had a lot of options, but due to the weather and COVID, a lot of things had to get shut down. So we're
Okay.
now reintroducing these situations where we can hopefully collab with land banks or whomever would allow that Chicago areas, urban areas, take the unused land and provide that as a forefront to put seeds in the ground and teach our communities how to grow and make healthier food choices.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big project. Young people nowadays, they if they can't go to a grocery store and get it, they will starve to death.
True, but I'll be honest with you, I've worked with youth, and to this day, they still call me back because they had never seen what a seed could do.
Right.
And
Mm.
it does require patience, but just hanging out, and then watching how to germinate a seed, then watching that seed turn into a plant, then watching that seed bear fruit, and then being able to taste the fruit that comes off of that, they learn one thing specific that through your hard work, you will reap what you sow.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's more gratifying when you're able to be a part of it from the beginning and then see the end result of bearing fruit. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the lesson that we need to teach all of our youth, all of our individuals that don't understand that it's the most gratifying thing to take a seed and then be able to bear fruit through the process of putting in the work.
Absolutely.
Period. Is it always
Absolutely.
tastes better when you work for it. And I know people don't like to do a whole lot of work. However, the once you see what the end result is, I promise you that fruit is a whole lot sweeter.
Yeah. I've one of my friends and associates, Osei, they were part of a farm down just south of here
Mm.
where they had put together organic fruits and vegetables, and they were bringing up in a truck. Pembroke. I don't know if you've heard of
Love
Pembroke.
Pembroke.
Yeah, Pembroke. They have big farms down there, and one of the owners of the farm, and then they enclosed it. Um, she used to do medicine bags where she would take the food from the farm and put the necessary foods together for diabetics, high blood pressure, and she was an MD,
Mm.
and she was doing that to help people. And she had a collaboration with Cook County Hospital that did not work. That most Cook County didn't want to be put sick, and that was one of the situations, where that's what was going on. It was totally insane. You know, but she did it for a year or so, and then she finally got out of it. Uh, but that was crazy. It was totally insane. But it was a good project to
Mhm.
bring the fruits and vegetables directly here. To be able to help people. That was one of the things. So what else you got going on, man? I know you got some other stuff going on.
Well, to be honest, I just want to be grateful to the fact that I'm finally able to be able to open to the public and then offer programs. And we're also, with myself and Miss Honey Monk, myself, we will be offering a plant-based meal prep as well.
Hmm.
And, be able to offer different food options to the individuals who love flavor but need a certain type of diet. That part there is a lot. I have some friends, and and here's the thing, I need everybody to pay attention to also. A side note, pay attention to your sick and shut in. They can't get up and go to the store. They can't do a whole lot. You understand? So with that being said, the programs that we're trying to develop will allow them to, enjoy food and deal with their dietary restrictions as well. But at the
Hmm.
same time, it'll allow you to interact with your family. If you can't get up, if they can't get up and go get it, you can reach out to a program like we're developing and be able to at least provide a quality plant-based or dietary restricted meal to these individuals so that they can still feel the love. And when it comes to what we do, we're definitely going to keep the love pouring into the food. So
Yeah,
with that being
I
said,
need to I need to sign up for that
there's
one. You
nothing
know.
to make a phone call or order. But I'm not looking at from a monetary base perspective. Is I'm saying that we all have family, and can't everybody move around the way they want to. But at the same time, if you do have the opportunity to be able to take care or make sure you just do a wellness check with somebody, see if they need something to eat or anything of the sort, we would love to be a resource for you to just show your love from a distance. That
Yeah.
makes sense?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign up for that one. You know,
Like,
I love plant based food. Okay,
right.
so
So
I'm
I'm
gonna be
looking at,
one of the
but I'm
first.
not gonna lie. At first, I do grow gardens and a third, but I'm a grillsman too, so I like a good
I
steak
know.
off the
I see.
grill, this, that, and the third.
I
However,
I
you
see.
know,
I seen
she
you
hasn't
clown on the
mentioned
grill.
it, but she does forage fresh ingredients as well, and she is a really, really knowledgeable person when it comes to picking specific herbs and what to use and how to use them. And with that and my flavor profile, we were able to collab on a wonderful combination of flavor, information, and healthy choices. So that part there, I'm very excited about because I'm not saying that I'm not opposed to that type of lifestyle, but now I am very interested in the fact that people think plant-based or earthy foods and no flavor. I can promise you this: between what we up to and the plants and my seasoning game, we're gonna be just fine. You will not lack flavor, and you will also be able to enjoy a good meal without having to miss out on anything you like as far as taste. So.
And
Yeah.
I want to add on to that too with the foraging. So foraging is pretty much being able to both identify and gather herbs and plants that are edible, so that you can use either for medicinal reasons or for culinary purposes. And it's spring season, so the time for foraging has returned. And I do offer trips with that. If people want to learn how to identify and gather, they can definitely reach out to me, and maybe we can even do workshops with that, of showing people how to cook with the herbs once I teach them how to identify and gather. But yeah, I'm super excited about that point. And even on social media, I'm noticing that people are having an interest in things like foraging in urban agriculture and just in eating fresh food, period. So I am very excited at the fact that we will be offering fresh food in what I believe is considered to be a food desert, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so
Chicago is.
I'm
Yeah.
extremely happy about that because our families deserve to eat the freshest of food. We need that. So I'm just happy that we're able to provide it.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Pie Guy this little tip since he like meat so much. I got a herd of deer outside of my front door, and I know you know what to do with them.
Say less.
Oh my God, the young to the old.
Telling you right now.
Yeah,
Say,
look,
say no less.
and a couple of more weeks from now, the little bunny rabbits will be back, messing around. Okay, so all the wild game you want.
Nice. Okay.
Say, gotta start another hidden menu.
There you go. There you go. Now don't mess around and mistake the cats for the bunny rabbits now,
I
because
was
I know you
gonna
don't do
say
Asian
something.
cooking.
I don't want to tear your day up because what I was about to say is
Look,
gonna be
look,
a
did
little.
you hear what I said? I know you don't do Asian cooking.
Ah, I didn't say.
Y'all get on my nerves. No,
I know I'm gonna be in trouble for the next week or so.
we will
You
not
know.
do
I'm not gonna say anything. We're not engaged. How about that?
Look.
No.
Now something great happened within the last month or so, and I gotta talk about it. You know, I was instrumental, and I'm gonna take partial credit for allowing this to get together. I have a sponsor, Port Again Sam, and Port Again Sam brings in some of the best wines and spirits from all over the world.
Absolutely.
And
And he's a beautiful spirit, by the way.
and Pie Guy has been a friend of mine for a very long time. So we actually had a networking event where Pie Guy brought his entire team out to meet Sam, and it turned into a wine tasting.
I'm just mad.
So I just want you guys to talk about what your experience was
Yeah.
meeting, Sam for the very first time.
I'll tell you this. Uh, character is everything. And when
You got
meeting
somebody trying to get in
meeting,
touch with you real bad, don't you?
and they're trying to log in on the live.
Oh, is that what they're trying to do?
That's what they're trying to do.
Who is it?
Everybody.
Oh
no,
well, look, we can squeeze them in, I guess, if you want to. That's up to you.
they trying to log in or at least watch the show while we doing it.
Oh, that's what they're trying to do.
Ariana, that's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
MacBook that you hear.
So they like, how
oh,
can we watch the show? And I'm
oh.
act
Okay,
like
just
nothing, but
I
yeah.
didn't know
Go
you
to
could hear.
go to Ask Dr. Ron and hit live. They'll be able to see it.
that part right there.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
relay that.
Yep, they heard it.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
we lost
Good.
Dr.
Good.
Ron.
No, hold on one
Not
second. Let me turn these
I'm still here.
notifications down.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Thank you.
still here. So now you were saying character is
Okay.
everything.
I, uh, as far as the character of individuals, I get asked to go a lot of places. I I felt at home coming to meet Mr.
Passing the
Sam.
phone.
Mr. Sam is similar to he's a chef, but he's a sommelier. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get a pour from him; you get an experience with him. You
Right.
understand? And he shows passion in how he moves with his spirits, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, his character alone is completely hospitable and to a point where you would want him to pour it again. He has that name duly noted and duly earned in real life. Doctor, I've known you for a moment, so I know that the character of the people that you deal with is long-term relationships, and you don't get to just know somebody that long, especially in Chicago, because if you do somebody dirty one time, they don't want to be bothered with you. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, Mr. Portigan, Sam, his knowledge of the spirits that he poured, his hospitality was everything. His character alone, his personality, everything was more than you would expect after you meet the gentleman. And then coming through yourself and then being allowed into that world, it was an invitation into a beautiful experience, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Sam and I, and it's funny you should say that. We have been working together for 15 plus years. And
Yeah.
because he has been a sponsor to this show and other shows that I have had
Let's just
all
not.
along from the very beginning. That's why I talk about him so much every time I go live is the ability to be able to let people know that this is the real deal. You
Yeah, he
know,
takes pride in whatever he pours into a glass, and
yeah,
and,
absolutely.
and you will know through his pour and character. So when he does pour, if you are blessed to have him pour you a glass, I promise you, you will not regret it. He's a gentleman and a scholar and a definite representative of his trade, and it was an honor to us to be able to show up there and have that experience. So I'm still grateful as well.
Yeah. Now
I
let's hear from Miss Honey now. I know Miss Honey had a good time.
I did. I just said I really appreciated those pours. He was knowledgeable on everything from the region to yeah, the region, the taste profile, and I really enjoyed the education with the tasting. So, and I appreciated his energy. He seems
Yeah,
like a really
man.
cool man. So,
Yeah.
I would definitely go back and book another one.
Right.
Yeah. It was so funny. When Chef came in with his entourage, because he don't go nowhere without entourage.
Entourage.
He's a celebrity chef
I will
with
not.
an entourage. He shows up, in 2, 3 vehicles and all that kind of stuff. So when they came in, we was not expecting all of that. Of course he told me. He told me ahead of time he was bringing his folks with him, but Sam didn't know what to expect, so I didn't say a word. I said, "Well, we're gonna surprise you today," So when people started sitting down and communicating and fellowshipping, um, the ladies in the group, they started saying what their flavor platform was. Now Sam was off doing something else. He said, "I got it. Don't worry about it." Yeah. And then the next thing I know, stuff started appearing on the table, and he hit everybody right where they was at,
He did.
you know,
He's a
and didn't get no further than that. He just like, okay, use the this, right? I heard you. You said this, right? And he poured you something, and he started out slow, and then he worked you up to the one that he knew was gonna hit a home run with you. Yeah, he's very seductive like that.
Yeah, the build up
Not
was
seductive.
amazing. Because the build up is one thing, and so he'll start from your point of origin, and then he'll take you somewhere else, but in the same category with
Right.
sophistication.
Hmm.
Right. It was funny because before we left there, of course, Pie Guy, famous for his pastries. He came in the door, shots fired. Here's cake, you know. And I'm like, oh, here we go. It's on now. So close to the evening almost being over, I had given Sam a piece of cake to carry home to hide, do what he wanted to do with. And then I opened up one and shared with him. I'm like, hey man, you got to eat some of this like right now. So immediately he started eating it. Then he went across the room and grabbed a wine that was paired with that piece of cake.
Nice.
And he poured it because I had been drinking cognac. That's my favorite.
That-
You know, and then he's like, nah, you gotta try this. Then he poured me a glass of this wine, and I'm like, you're right. This is good, right here with this piece of cake. And then he steadily smacking, ain't never stopped.
I'm so done.
you know. And then as that turned into a networking event, I think 2 more chefs showed up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Unexpected. One was expected, but the other one was unexpected.
yeah.
That popped in, and it made it a perfectly good networking event across the
Yeah,
board.
good
But
gentleman as well.
yeah, so just an update. Sam had to move his location
Yeah.
2 doors over. So I talked to him early part of this week to see how it went, and he's still in the process of getting settled.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so but he's still hosting wine tastings. So if you're interested in experiencing what the chef and his entire crew experienced, his entourage, then you're gonna have to call and set it, because I ain't setting up everybody's experience. I set his up because he's a good friend of mine. Not that y'all ain't good
I'm
friends.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, not that y'all ain't good friends, but
Understood.
yeah, but I just wanted to make sure because it's a business opportunity as well.
Understood.
Because with the chef and with Sam, I can't see nothing but excellent opportunities on the horizon, with special dinners. And, chef goes all over the country, and preparing food. Like, I got mad at him one morning. We was talking, and he talking about, I'm getting on an airplane to go to the East Coast to do shrimp and grits. I said, what the hell? How in the hell you gonna go all the way to Philadelphia some damn way and cook some shrimp and grits, and I live here? Where the shrimp and grits at? And he was like, yeah, man, it's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. And then he get on the airplane and leave.
Sorry.
Dang.
Well, I'm back.
Because I know you were doing like a brunch or something out there. I think we were talking.
It was in I think it was in Cali though. But anyway, I don't look. That's why I told you that segment that's coming up next is Feed Dr. Ron.
Yeah.
And so no, yeah, because now, no. New year, new you, new me. Happy New Year. We going in, and I promise you, you ain't gonna be able to talk nothing. All you're gonna be like is, I'm full.
Okay.
That's it. Because I'm about to tear you up for the whole summer.
Okay. All right.
And each segment, we're gonna make sure that you get filmed as I feed Dr. Ron for the summer.
Well, it ain't no shame in my game. I will videotape and tell the truth.
That part right there.
Yeah, I will tell the truth. I got no problem with it whatsoever.
Man, I'm about to hit
it's been all I can say. It's been a long time coming.
You know what? Shots fired. Shots fired, Doc.
No, man. I'm trying to keep you motivated.
Feed Dr. Ron coming to a mouth near you.
Look, I'm trying to keep you motivated.
I like how you did that. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So what else you all got going on? We got a few minutes more left to the show. Did we touch on everything?
We are literally getting ready for the end of the month. We will do a soft opening at Pie Guys Bakery Cafe, located at 7907 in East Champlain or South Champlain. We will also be doing a grand opening at the same location, 7907 South Champlain, on the 28th. And in the meantime, you can check out our websites at Pie Guys Bakery. Lord have mercy.
It's right. Look, it's on the screen. Just tell them, refer to the screen. That's it. It's right there.
Anyway.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Pie Guys Bakery and Cafe, where you'll see some specials coming up soon. Yeah.
And then on top of that, we hope to see a lot of y'all as we do have a website. We will be posting where we will be throughout the summer. So come out and enjoy yourself. Come out for a good time, not a long time, but enjoy your day in the process. You understand? And then on top of that, watch as we feed Dr. Ron on every single event.
So with your location opening up, are you still going to continue to travel and do the catering locally and things like that?
My team has also put a staff in place. Will allow me to move around accordingly, and we will be focusing on opening multiple locations. Okay. So this one here is the prototype. We get this right, we do it right again. Okay. And you know how Chicago goes. You just can't look. I'm not claiming to be the best chef out there, anything of the sort. Only job we have is to get the food right and keep it consistent. And give people a fair portion for their money. Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. And my establishment is a cashless establishment.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, Miss Honey, what you got? Anything else you got coming up? Because I just want to make sure we give you an opportunity to share what's on your plate, what's going forward. Notice that pun in there, plate.
I appreciate that. We will be launching the meal prep services soon, so you can also follow the Instagram in order to see when you can start ordering the meal prep services from there. Outside of that, I do have some events coming up at the doula studio that I mentioned earlier. So if you want to follow me on my Instagram, that's a taste of honey. That's a taste of HONEE. So that you can see when those events are taking place and just talk to me directly. Outside of that, the foraging season is starting, so if anyone is interested in joining me with the foraging, you're more than welcome. Outside of that, no, that's it. I'm just
Okay.
excited to get to this plate, get to the plate, get to the farming, get to the agriculture.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That
I'm gonna
sound that
shout out
sound
my rehab divas, because if you do happen to wander into Pie Guys, know it was built
Yes.
by rehab divas. And
absolutely.
the designers are Charlita and Miss Yolanda. And y'all come take a look and see what they're capable of. You need a bathroom, a kitchen, or a whole house, we got it. It's a one-stop shop for construction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we got about 4 minutes left in the show.
Good. We can just talk
So
about you now.
no. I got to get some incriminating evidence.
You know what?
So so since it's two of y'all, I'm gonna address this question to both of you all. Because I always ask two questions before the end of the show.
Mhm.
So the first question is, will you come back and see me again?
Absolutely, positively not.
Okay. And Miss Honey says yes, so we don't need you no more.
Okay.
You brought her on here to
You
introduce her to the audience.
kick me out the
So
lobby if you wanted to, Doc. We always coming back.
okay, good. And my second question that I always like to ask people are, what would you like to leave with the people before you leave today? What inspirational or otherwise would you like to leave with the people?
Me to say it? We can
You can
both say
go
it.
first.
I don't. I was giving ladies first, but however, I'll say this. Like I said before, you know, you never know how much time anybody got left. You never know that when you get a thought on your mind to call somebody or that you really care about, do a wellness check on your loved ones, especially if they are elderly, if they are sick and shut in, or if they you just haven't spoken to them in a while. Do a wellness check on your people. Don't assume that because they ain't called you, they got an attitude. Maybe they just needed you, but they didn't want it. A lot of people in Chicago are really prideful, so they won't want to bother you. But that don't mean they don't need for you to have a conversation with them or see if they need some help. And the help can be simple as a phone call or a bag of groceries or just, hey, how you doing? You understand? So if you have loved ones that you haven't spoke to, don't sit there and look crazy if something happened to them and you haven't called them out of pride. Put your pride to the side and call your family members and just say hello and,
Absolutely.
and check on them. Do a wellness check with your peoples in real life because you never know when anybody's time is up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Miss
That's
Honey?
just my truth and fact right now, Doc.
Yeah. Miss Honey?
Oh, well, just to add on to what Pie Guy said, I think it's very important that we begin to act more like family because we
Right.
all have family, but we not all acting like family. And one of the things that I say all the time is I notice that the family structure is suffering. It's not like how it used to be. And one of the things that I feel like we can do as a community is truly just get together and eat because that's one of the things, when I was little, there was always barbecues happening. There was always family reunions. There was always a gathering over food and drink. And so one of the things that I feel like we should start doing as a community is just getting together and eating together and being able to have that family feeling where you're able to get that advice and life lessons from the elders. I think getting together and gathering to eat is one of the only places where elders and youth come together. And so I feel like a lot of the mentoring and guidance that the youth are lacking right now, they can receive if there were more gatherings over food. And I know there's tough pills that can be swallowed easier when you're getting that over some food and some drinks. So yeah, that's all I want to say. That I feel like food can be healing if the gathering is intentional and for those purposes. And that's how I want to leave it.
Food is
Thank you.
fellowship, y'all.
Food is
Yeah.
fellowship.
That's
Thank you
it.
for those
So if
words
you
of
can, for
inspiration.
once a week, I would encourage any family.
Hmm.
Just no matter everybody, like she would say, everybody eating in separate rooms and watching different TV shows. Get to a dinner table at least once a week and just enjoy a meal with each other and see what happens. Crack some jokes,
Absolutely.
eat some food, and then make sure that whoever cooked don't got to do the dishes. That's it.
Absolutely.
And I have the
Absolutely.
understanding that not everybody likes to cook. So then we would hope that people would come to Pie Guys Bakery and Cafe to get that home cooked meal. And I know I really want you to kind of share the story that you shared with me really quick, and then we can go. The story about the grandmas. If you could share that
Which
story,
one?
the one, the church ladies who
Oh
came.
Lord,
You
they
can share
real.
that story real quick so that they can
Well,
understand what I'm saying.
well, I got rolled up on by some grandmas from a local church when I had my first restaurant on 93rd, and apparently one of their kids had went to the church and came home and said, "Ooh, this food better than yours."
Uh-oh.
So look. I don't want no smoke, but I get four
Ooh.
ladies, one in a peach chiffon, a doggone powder blue, canary yellow. You understand? And a light pink, and they roll up on you, boy, with the church hats and everything. And they come through there, and they, oh, hey, I need to know who said my son talking about they food, just that and the third. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know who. I bet. Listen, even if you do eat my food, it ain't better than nobody, mama. Please don't tell them that never again. Okay? Because they rolled up with wooden spoons drawn.
Oh my God.
And they needed to know who I was. So then they got to eating the food. I gave them samples. They ate the food. And the lady who actually do cook the food at the church, she was mad. And then when she tastes, she go like this. Yeah, this tastes like mine. And then her other three friends like this. Gladys, this don't taste nothing like your food. Hey, baby, who your people? Hey, she said, you too young to learn how to cook this type of food. I'm sitting there like, I don't want no smoke. So I eat their food and you like Pie Guys, do not go home and tell
And get you in no more trouble.
that I cook better than them. I don't. You just tell them it tastes like they cooked it and call it a day. I
Yeah.
don't need no
Yeah.
more wooden spoons and big church hats coming to look for you, boy.
Yeah.
In real
Well,
life,
look,
that really happened.
look. I want to say thank you to both of you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with me today.
Man, please.
I appreciate you. And we'll get you back on again with an update. And hopefully by then, I will have eaten at least one plate of food.
You know what?
You know?
Go ahead and talk yourself
So,
out of yourself. Like I said,
but
stay tuned for
I love
Dr. Ron.
look, but I love you, my brother, and ain't
That's
nothing you can
fine.
do about it. You too, Miss Honey. And you guys stay right there. I'm going to end the show, so
Thank
just stay right there.
you. If y'all looking for a platform, this gentleman's amazing, and we do appreciate you as a journalist and the opportunity that you do offer for people to get their self out on your platform. We're grateful and blessed to know you, brother.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, all right. I want to invite you guys out to come join me tomorrow, Wednesday at 12 noon. I'll be on Street News Now with the noon report. We do a commentary and we do a update on what's going on in the world. on Street News Now. All right, please also join me on Saturday from the desk of Dr. Ron, where I do commentaries each and every Saturday at 12 noon. So you don't want to miss any of that. And I want to thank each and every person that has made donations and contributions up to this point in time. And I want to ask you to continue to do such a thing. All right. And please subscribe, like, and share. Tell somebody. Spread the word. Hit that like button and be sure and subscribe so you will be notified each and every time there's a show going on. So that's it for today. You all stay blessed, stay encouraged, and I look forward to